Alright guys, so yes, so we're going to continue this whole conversation with regards to money and managing money and building your house. Now, one of the things, guys, that I said to you is that sometimes when you're building a house, there are certain elements of the house construction that will require a lump sum of money, yeah? And which is why the saving proposal, how you save invest by investing in some inflation protected items. I come to that point that just since a week, I saw where products went up as drink products, boom, and those things went up by 25%, yeah? All the drinks right across the board went up by 25%. And when I hear that, I smiled all the way to the bank because there's other things that I invest in. I put my saving investment in to get the money accumulated to get these construction projects out of the way. I am smiling again all the way to the bank. 25% increase in the space of 1 week. Is that product, boom, Ting, Pepsi, all of those sodas and drink, and then the drink respectively went up that by 25%. So, I mean, if you think it's a joke, guys, the investment plan it's a very, very, very critical saving investment plan that you should consider at all times. I know how many years dropping your head, but I'd encourage you to go watch those 2 videos. You see my face right in them. Go watch those.
Alright guys, so welcome again. So this is where we are right now. It's been what, a month, and we have been working on getting these various elements out of the way. This is the bathroom. Yeah, and we've been working really hard to get the bathroom cupboard here out of the way, in addition to other elements. As I say, guys, it's building piece by piece, step by step. Yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of details to get out of the way, but we're definitely progressing in that direction. Yeah. So as you can see, the sheetrock / drywall has been installed to completion wherever it is necessary. What we haven't yet done is to insert the tapes, the drywall tape, to cover the screws and all that. That's not done yet. This is 1 month later. Guys, it literally took us 1 month to get this done. It's a lot of work to put in this drywall in this ceiling. I watched every minute of it and saw how technical it was. The guys drilling, have to undrill and all of that, you know. This part is left. This is the foyer. And what we're going to be doing in the foyer is that we're going to be using a wooden ceiling, just like this one. Just like this one. We'll be going right there to tie things off. So yes, this space is going to be tied off with the wooden ceiling right there, and we're going to be inserting these lights where the light spaces are. Wait for it, you'll see it shortly. 3 of them to tie things off here. Once we're done with the drywall and that ceiling element right over there with the wood, we're gonna put all of these tiles around there and then mold that space that you're seeing right there. You soon see all the elements coming together. So the stone tiles are all the way around, and then the molding above that. Yep. So while we're looking to approach this shortly, the lumber to do this part has not yet arrived from the hardware. So as soon as those come, we're gonna have to give the lumber about 2 weeks to dry before we can dry out and all of that, because many times they don't come dry, so we have to dry them out so that they don't pull apart when they heat take it into the ceiling. So we have to make sure that they're dried properly, so we have to give them 2 weeks to dry. So once those come, it's about 2 weeks and 3 days before we're done there. And we're literally not going to be doing anything more on the drywall element here until we have done that part right there with the wood. All right, so pretty much what we're going to be doing next is focus some attention on some tiling. So a lot of this drywall work is being paid for, yes, by me cashing in my portion of my saving investment plan when I made that huge outpour of profit from my saving investment plan. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go watch a video, the ones with my face in it, dominating it, and he will definitely get more details on that. But that's what pay for the labor cost. for all of this drywall element here. Because it was so technical, it was not cheap. As much as we might be thinking that drywall is simple to install. But this is drywall in a concrete ceiling. You have to put it up on the ceiling, get the level and all of that, etc., etc. All right. So, guys, this is me taking my time, going step by step to get things done. I'm in no rush. I mean, every day I work on this house, and it is as technical as it is. There are many design elements to it, so it's taking time, and I'm just doing it piece by piece, make it livable, you know, so I can soon move in before it's done, to make sure I live out some of it, you know, so I don't, you know, things don't unfortunately happen before I move in. So as soon as I'm finished with that room and that part there, I definitely feel like I want to put a bed in it and stuff and start using the space. Anything can happen, you know. I'm staying positive, but anything can happen. Alright, so getting ready to put up the first sheetrock. The guys have to make sure that the ceiling is not that, you know, it was tilted for water to come off, and you know, when you do the decking and the plies sink and all that, so it makes the ceiling a lot more technical, because I'm avoiding having to rough cast the ceiling to flatten it out before. So it gives a lot more work to make sure that it's all balanced. You can't put up the drywall on a non-level ceiling. So we have to ensure technically that it is as balanced as it can be.
You can let know.
Everybody can live.
That's true.
This is used because the all right. All right, so we have managed to put up 3 drywalls so far. So the ceiling is coming on. Yep, all flat, level. As I said, the ceiling is very, very technical. It's a lot of work. We're at 5 days into it right now, and we keep going. Well, it's not even 5, because there's about 6.5 days, because we had to put a day before we even started the whole continuous series working into it. But we're getting there, yeah, as we go along. We have to take it one drywall at a time, because the ceiling wasn't rendered rough cast out to sort of level it, so it's a lot more work into making sure that the ceiling is level, sitting flat as we're going along. Yep. All right, so we are now day 10 in this operation. 10 days in. So we're just wrapping this up. By the end of today, we should be putting in about 4 or 5 sheets of drywall. Probably the whole thing. Because we get over most of the technical hurdles, balancing out the ceiling and all that. So yeah. Alright, so this is where we are now. Run these rafters out. Trying to get in about, about 5 sheets of the drywall in the ceiling for the day. Yes guys, it looks simple, but it's a technical piece of work. If you rush it, you'll get a very nasty piece of job done, uneven ceiling and all of that. It's not as easy as it looks, especially if you didn't waste money on trying to rough cast the ceiling to balance it out first. So yeah, even so, it's quite a few pieces of work in the entire ceiling for you to get done. Many bits and pieces. Right now we're cutting pieces of raft that will go around the lights in the area right there, so that we can reinforce where some lightings are going to go right in the ceiling. Yep. They weigh about 15 pounds, the lights that are going to go hang right there. So you have to have a lot of hands to put up the drywall, to hold it up. It's a threshold amount of screws that you have to put in it to hold it up. So you have to make sure that enough of those screws are in it, otherwise it will tear itself down. Marking out the spot to put up that drywall right there. So we are progressing. Yep, we are progressing. So we're gonna put that one up now, and then we continue raftering out everything there. So it's one step at a time, guys. You can't rush drywall. You have to put it up one step at a time. Try to go too far too fast, in problem with the measurements and stuff. Okay, take it on. So we have to put this piece in before we can get the right measurements to cut off right there. That one that comes all the way down there. So we have to, right now we had to cut that little part. Normally we leave all the pieces for the last. We definitely have to cut this piece, put it in before we can put that piece to go all the way down to there, in there. Yep. Alright guys, so at the end of today, this is where we are. We managed to get to this point, putting in the sheetrocks. The pieces are always the most technical part of the ceiling. It's important, that the ceiling comes out nice and flat. And so, yeah, putting up the drywall itself is not the most difficult part of this task. The most difficult part is to get the ceiling flat, put in all the strips, and as I said, we can't put them in all at once. So this drywall, once it is done and we get every single piece up, this is the foyer that we have left right here. Once we have, yeah, so the foyer is left. So once we're done with the foyer, we're definitely going to start to plaster the drywall. And some people may be like asking, why are you putting drywall in? Well, that allows me to get, it's to soundproof, help with soundproofing the whole living room. I want to soundproof the living room, or make it as soundproof as possible. And I'm also going to be able to, as far as I'm concerned, it gives a nicer and smoother surface than when you render the wall and then paint it. It's easier to paint and get a smoother finish. But yeah, this is where we are. I'm gonna put that piece in short order. And yeah, that's what's left. Alright, so this is where we are right now. We're moving to the next stage. Over this portion here, we're going to be putting in some groove and tongue boarding right here. Just a space in the foyer. Create some dynamics and add some elegance and some difference to the entire design. So yeah.